morning guys, and welcome back to the next chapter of the morning puppet show with me, Chloe. Thank you so much for joining us again today. So last week we left you on chapter 9 and your project for that week was to see if you could build a tiny twig playground of some twigs that you find in your garden or at the park, and I hope they turned out well. So this chapter is chapter 10 and it's called Getting Ready. Fifi stirred from her sleep as she heard leaves and branches rustling around her. She rubbed her eyes and crawled out of her bed. As she made her way out of her burrow, she noticed that her school uniform was hanging outside the branch. "Mum, Dad, why is my school uniform hanging out here? Is it time to go back yet?" she asked excitedly. "It will be in a couple of days. We've been told that some of you are allowed to go back to school now," Fifi's mum and dad both told her. "That's so exciting. I can't wait to see my friends." Fifi jumped up and down at the thought of going back to school, seeing her friends and playing with her favourite toys. "Even though you're allowed to go back to school, Fifi, it might be a little bit different. Not all of your friends will be going back at the same time as you, and your class will be much smaller. You'll have to make sure that you wash your hands when you go in the classroom, and make sure you cover your mouth when you need to sneeze or cough. A teacher will take your temperature in the morning and in the afternoon to make sure that you're feeling okay. And you won't be able to bring your backpack. You'll have to pack a pencil case and leave it in your classroom." "Okay, Mum, I'll make sure I do all of that. I want to make sure everyone is better so we can enjoy school again," shouted Fifi. "It may feel a little bit scary and strange at first, but it's all to make sure that we're safe," Fifi's mum smiled at her. So Fifi sat down with her parents and tucked into her breakfast. She was thinking about all of the things she would have to get ready for her first day back at school. "Fifi, your school teachers have asked you to prepare some work for when you go back into school. They have asked you to draw some pictures of the new things that you've learnt while you've been off. Shall we have a think together?" Fifi's dad asked. "Yes, Dad, that sounds like a great idea. I'll get my pens and paper from my room." She came back, and Fifi and her dad spent the rest of the afternoon colouring in and making pictures for when she goes back to school. "So tell me about some of the things you've learnt, Fifi," Fifi's dad asked. "I learnt how to wash my hands, using the rain and the branches on my tree. I learned how to pick beautiful flowers for my friends. I learned how to make a bird bath for my friends. I learned how to join in with the clap on a Thursday night, and I've learnt that my friends and family are really important," Fifi smiled. "That's really lovely to hear, Fifi," her dad smiled back. The two sat drawing, laughing and thinking about how much they'd all learnt together. And that's the end of chapter 10. Thank you so much for listening.